Hello and welcome to this video of how to research. If you are watching, I hope it means that you have just found out you have won or received a competitive research grant. So congratulations. It's an exciting time. So after you've done your happy dance, it's time to think about what you are allowed to do and how to make the most of your time for getting started with the grant. The first thing I want to talk about is the term under embargo. You might have received an email to say that you have won a grant or been successful with a grant, but the outcome is under embargo. The term under embargo means that there is a block on the release of information about the grant outcome. This happens in many of the national funding bodies or Category 1 grants, and it's there for an important reason. It's there so that your university has enough time to work with the funding body to make sure that you are still in your role, you're still ready and willing to take on the grant and receive the funds. And it's also there so that your university can put some preparations in place for, say, a media release or a new website to be developed in order to celebrate the good news on the day that the embargo is lifted. So during this time, you might receive emails from your research office, even the media team. They might want you to sign some paperwork. They might want a photo or an interview. They might want to speak to you about your work, check over the dates and progress that you have put in your application for what you're going to do, just to make sure that everything is right for the grant to go ahead as planned. So during this time, if you do receive any emails from the research office or anyone else at your university or research organisation, please make sure that you reply to them so that they can be organised in order for that embargo to be lifted and for the news to spread widely that you have been successful. During the embargo period, you will probably be told that you are not allowed to discuss the outcome of your grant. This is absolutely correct. Please do not put anything on social media because this can be in contradiction of that embargo and really put your grant in jeopardy. Please take that very seriously. However, during this time, you are permitted to share the news with your line manager, even internally in your team and in your investigator group to let them know the good news, but remind them of the embargo if it's in place. Next, after that, when the embargo has been lifted and you can have a celebration, but then start to prepare for the project itself. In order to give the grant the best chance of success, I would really encourage you to be organised from the get-go. Have yourself or someone in your team be in charge of the deliverables, by which dates, and to at least put them in everybody's calendar so that everyone is on the same page about what needs to be done by when as the grant gets underway. And finally, remember to take the time to celebrate this win. I have found myself that that's a very important part of the research process, whether that means going out for a celebratory dinner with your family or even just having a cup of coffee with your colleagues. Take the moment to reflect on the success that you have just achieved. Really, it means that someone else is so confident in your work that they are prepared to invest in it in order to see the benefit that comes to the population group or society in which your work is trying to serve. So it's a pretty spectacular outcome. Enjoy the moment.